"O daughter, thou art beautiful. Why don't we find you a husband?" Good to know that we're firmly in the 90s now and chivalry is still alive and well. You guessed it, that girl's getting kidnapped. She's like a tomato or something this time though, as if that makes all the difference. You're the eponymous Spud, who is, you guessed it, a potato, and you have to climb this massive, foreboding tower, killing the constantly respawning enemies around the mazes, while also solving puzzles and speaking to various foodstuffs along the way. There are elements of a Sukoban-style puzzler on some floors, but it's never anywhere near as hard or thought out as Boxel, for instance. You fight bosses at the end of each area, the first of which is a giant bell pepper. You can find a power-up that turns your shot into a version of yourself. Yeah, you're firing life-size spuds out at the enemies. At first I thought this was a glitch, but apparently it was intended. Also, you can pick up this playing card with arms to make yourself double in size for a time, allowing you to trample enemies without having to fire. The maze layout could be accused of being a little formulaic, but the variety is there in parts as you go along. Some rooms have intermittent lighting or invisible walls to figure out. I suppose this is a cousin to Atlas's much more successful title Kwirk, in that the overall themes are there, and you're trying to figure out how to get through each room to the stairwell at the end, but it doesn't really feel like that. You're looking at the game much closer up, and there's more of a feeling of floors blending into each other here, whereas with Kwirk, the levels could be interpreted as being more separate from each other. The music is pretty well composed, a particular strength of Atlas, although it bugs me how the songs restart when you change floors. It's kind of jarring, a continuous loop would have been better. The soundtrack needs more depth too. The style is pretty childlike, as is the overall concept, to be fair, with very limited backgrounds. The boss fights take place in a solid black room, and I often don't know what's going on. There are many times when you're faced with a choice of exits to a floor with no indication other than blind chance which one will take you further and which one will send you backwards. This adds something of a dull longevity to the game, when you're really just looking to get on with it. The story is stupid as hell too, aside from the fact that you play as a plethora of vegetables trying to save the vegetable kingdom from the kitchen invaders or something. You play the second level as a turnip or an aubergine, I don't know, and after beating the boss, you get shown a cutscene of a carrot called Gerrit Carrot getting shot at by a cannon. Spud, previously not present on this level, but whatever, saves him. The clearly depressed carrot angrily exclaims, "I didn't ask for your help, I won't thank you." There's a particularly harrowing cutscene featuring the death of Arnie the aubergine. What in the green hell is going on here? For a distinctly average game, Spud's adventure is actually kind of infamous. That's because it's often touted as one of the rarest Game Boy titles, due to Atlas losing the major party support they had with Kwirk. As such, the rollout was decidedly limited, with the cartridges alone frequently fetching 3-digit sums, and complete copies being astronomically higher than that. If you can find this for less than, I don't know, £10, which you almost certainly won't, by the way, then pick it up. It's not horrible by any means, and even has some cool parts, but the fact you'll have to sell your dog to buy it sucks a lot of the joy out. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternately, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.